Hello and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Scorpio for the first 2 weeks of August 1st through the 15th. I am very glad to see you, Scorpio. Please remember, this is a general reading. There may be some parts that do not resonate with you. Please take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest behind. You may also want to check out your other signs. I've already meditated on the cards and I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today, Scorpio. In the past position, we have the Three of Cups, which is a wonderful card, a card of gathering, a card of celebration. This also sometimes is referred to as the friendship card, celebrating your friendships, celebrating your friends. Everyone is happy, everyone is, drinking, dancing, singing, and having a wonderful time. It could represent that you had a period in your past where your productivity was high, and as a result, things paid off. The Death card in the past position is actually very, very good. If you have an option to have a Death card in the reading, then it's always best to have it in the past position. It means that you did go through a difficult change, something ended, and you had mixed feelings about that ending. Some of you had terrible feelings about that ending, but it's over. This does not, this may have a little bit of lingering effects for the month of August, but it's not going to impact you greatly in the month of August per se. The combination of the Three of Cups and the Death here to me suggests that you could have had group of friends that met kind of regularly, but now you are distracted by work or family obligations or something else, and so you maybe miss that camaraderie that you've had with the people that perhaps you used to know, that you used to see. This could also mean that, perhaps in the past you were happy and carefree, but then came the burden of responsibilities and obligations and whatnot. And so your, life changed in a different direction. In the negative position, in the obstacle position, we have the Knight of Pentacles as well as the Nine of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles generally is kind of referred to as a man, as a knight in shining armor. It could also be in a normal position. It's like getting a reward after, a difficult period of time. This person is very methodical and very meticulous. This person pays attention to detail, but it's not the fastest moving person. The Knight of Pentacles is notoriously slow. So while progress could be coming, it's coming very, very slow. And the clarifier card is the Nine of Swords, which is, of course, the worry card, the anxiety card. The Knight of Pentacles in a negative understanding, in a negative meaning, suggests that you are over analyzing things a little too much, that you're moving too slow, but most importantly, you're too focused on something. You have an obsession on something that is taking your time away from other important areas of your life, away from important people in your life. You are obsessed, and it's having negative effects all around you. You are rightfully focused on detail. You're rightfully focused on, trying to get the most perfect outcome you can possibly have. I mean, it could be that you're focused on a work project or something at home. Maybe you are, building an extension to the house, some kind of, you are preoccupied. Something is taking your attention away from important areas and important people in your life, and it's causing grief and it's causing anxiety. It could be that you are worried and you are manifesting those worries. It could be that you are, maybe isolating yourself a little bit, alienating other people, because when you are obsessed, it's difficult for others to communicate with you. It's difficult for others to approach you. You may have a little bit of an aura where you are not as approachable as you may seem. So definitely maybe taking it down a notch would probably be best. In the present position, you have Justice and the Four of Swords. Now, this depends on what kind of karma you have, Justice card. If you've done in the past good things for others, then you have a good chance that karma is going to benefit you. But if you have hurt or caused pain somehow, some way, then it is going to affect you negatively as well. Justice brings, what you put out in the recent past in the universe. This is a card of karma. This could also be a card of legal things. Maybe you're signing a contract. Maybe you're purchasing an item that is of high value. The Justice card is also a card of balance, so it definitely is very appropriate if you are being out of balance, as you are in this negative position, being too focused on something. So it means different things to different people, and especially what kind of behavior you exhibited in the past. And of course, the Four of Swords is a clarifier, which is a card of rest, a card of rejuvenation, a card of breaking from normal life. It could also indicate illness or not feeling good. It could indicate maybe going to a hospital for some reason. So there could be a number of meanings for different people. The Justice and the Four of Swords, most likely this is going to be an outcome in your favor. You may receive some kind of a gift or advice, which is also can be considered a gift. That will definitely help you in achieving your goals. But this is a sombering type of mood. This is a mood that gets you to focus on all kinds of different things and, figure out how you can be balanced with your work, with your family, with all of the areas in your life. It could also be that you might be learning some truth that you were not aware of before. And as a result of gaining that truth, you get clarity, because swords generally bring clarity as a result. So definitely this is a very kind of maybe a little bit of a warning sign, maybe a little bit of a wake-up call to realize that you cannot have everything perfect. You can only devote a certain amount of time to, different areas in your life, and whatever you get done in that time is what you get done. Then you move forward to spending time with your family, your friends, and all the rest of it. In the future outcome position, you have the Page of Pentacles and the Star. The Star is a wish granting card, very positive sign, but that does not mean that it's going to grant wishes for everyone that is watching. The Star sometimes could also be about healing. It could be about overcoming a struggle, becoming stronger, becoming more aware, finding a peace of mind. And I think that's what you're going to have in the month of August. You're going to move toward gaining clarity. You're going to move toward gaining truth. Things will become easier for you because you will become aware, and you'll also have progress. The month of August, Scorpio, is going to bring you progress that you very much need in the right direction. You're moving, you're learning, you're becoming more experienced, you're moving away from the mistakes of the past. You're becoming a little bit more of an authority figure. You're becoming a little bit more of someone who is definitely more powerful than you used to be. The Page of Pentacles could mean a few different things. It could mean that you're dealing, or perhaps it represents you, but the Page of Pentacles is a rather immature person, but he is adventurous. He's very positive. He's optimistic. He doesn't move super fast, very much like the Knight of Pentacles. The Pentacles in general, they're not the most fast-moving cards in the tarot, but the Page of Pentacles could also be that you're going to get good news. It could be that you are making a commitment to something. Maybe you came to a realization that this is how you want to proceed from now on, and you are holding steadfast to that commitment. And the star in that regard is helping you because it's providing calming energy, healing energy, kind of an energy of optimism where you tend to want to look forward. It's definitely, it's not that you are going to start a new beginning or work on something new. It's about whatever you already have, you are focusing on that to make it better, to make it stronger. Maybe there is a friendship that you neglected, and so you are resolving to move forward and make it stronger than ever. Maybe it is a bond with a loved one. Maybe it is a project at work that you are turning your full attention to. But do watch that obsession a little bit, and remember that people notice your kind of behavior that kind of focuses on one thing. It could also be that you are finding peace within yourself, and you don't need as many friends as you used to have. Maybe you're finding peace within yourself, where you're finding balance, where you're finding really wholesomeness in the internal world rather than the external world. Let's see if we can clarify some of these cards with the two energy oracle cards, and they are Goddess of the Moon and Attachment. So yeah, a little bit of unhealthy vibes that come from the card of the Attachment. The Goddess of the Moon is very, very promising, but let's start with the Attachment card. In the upright position, this card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns and people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to move forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old, unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you it's time to take action. You need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you're capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. So the chain that you have here, this is something in your life that you're refusing to let go. Every time you feel fear, stop, recognize, okay, in this very moment I am feeling fear, and recognize that and acknowledge it, and remember that is good. When you feel fear, you are alive, you are a human being. You are able to have enough courage to overcome that fear. It is a personal process for everyone, but I encourage people to see fear as a good thing, because fear is important as it lets us know you're moving in the right direction. If you're afraid of something, that is a signal that you're moving in the right direction, and all you need to succeed is to increase your courage. Don't let your fear be, but remember that courage is what it takes. If there's, like, imagine like a big spider in a room, right? And you're protecting your child from it, or your pet from it, or your like lover from it, or something. It's not that your fear is going to go away. You're going to feel courage, you're going to feel adrenaline, because you need to protect, and so you're going to do whatever you need to do to protect it. I apologize for such a silly example, but you know what I mean. If you are doing something to advance your life, to advance the life of someone you love, then definitely it's very much possible to overcome the fear. And the Goddess of the Moon card, which is gorgeous, is, let me see, it is a card that shows an eternal spirit holding the bright reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. Goddess of the Moon brings you all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you could get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later you've avoided a 3-hour traffic jam, or you might have an idea of great invention. This card could indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship, even on a professional level. You're always blessed with this ability to connect, but this card is telling you that now is the perfect time to open up. Get ready for the amazing inspiration that it brings. So definitely trust your intuition, believe in your intuition, and allow it to guide you as well. Let's see what messages we have from ancestors and angels. I also pulled 2 ancestors and angel cards, and the first one is the White Witch, be the light, and the second one is Autumn, release the old and rest. The White Witch is usually a very, very good sign, very positive card. And it says, take the higher road and choose the light, or remove yourself from lower energy experiences. No matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you're surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you're being invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who is guilty of causing drama? You will know the answers. No. Also, that you are being encouraged to shine the light you were born to share. Autumn is also very, very powerful card. It's also a very powerful season, a very meaningful season in our lives. The card is about releasing pressure and expectation weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. So if you have an expectation of, you should have $1 million in your bank account, shed that, let it go. If you have an expectation that you should have 2, 3, 4 children and you have 0, let that go. If you have an expectation that you are to get into a school that is an Ivy League, let that go. If you have an expectation that you are to live a certain lifestyle, let that go. If you are to be with a certain person of a certain stature, let that go. Let it all go, because it all is all holding you back, and it's attributing to the negative energy. This is the time to kind of simplify. This is the time to get down to the basics. The basics is having what you need, and perceiving, and not perceiving, but proceeding to the goals that you have set for yourself, with manageable expectations. Let's see what the universe, message from the universe has for us. Also pulled a message from the universe card, and it says, "Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good." Perceptions are a funny thing. To me, the biggest word that stands out here is perceptions. The band The Doors, and in that, Jim Morrison was, I think, asked by somebody, why The Doors? Why is it called The Doors? Why'd you name the band that? And he said that he read it, and he named the poem and everything, but I don't remember. He said that he read somewhere that a poet wrote, "If the doors of perception were cleansed, the world would appear as it is, infinite." There are, infinite possibilities to achieving what it is that you want. You just need to be able to see them. But our perceptions are usually they usually come from our childhood upbringing, from fear that we develop throughout our life, through maybe failure that sticks with us, maybe through harshful words that we hear as we go through our life. So it's very important, and it takes a very strong person to constantly, wipe the perceptions clean, and have a way of looking at something new, with new eyes, with new perspective. If you are able to constantly look and seek out a new perspective on an old problem, then you are definitely going to be very, very strong. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please feel free to leave any comments. I enjoy all feedback, and it helps me connect with your energies. Also, please check back next week for the second half of August reading. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.